I love a good conspiracy, and we love some good Aaron Rodgers talk.
So when the temperature drops and the air is warm, it creates moisture in the air, which
No.
It's about the government and aliens working together.
Oh, it must be the answer.
I can't wait to hear Aaron Rodgers' take on this.
The most complex is always the right answer.
But Aaron Rodgers always gets himself involved in some sort of soundbite or controversy. He hasn't mentioned the fog yet, but that is a fun one on social media, so it has to be true. He has said something, though, that has gone viral.
I thought it was a fake.
So did I.
Like, onion story.
And you have to ask yourself, is he serious? And I think he is. Or is he saying this just so that people talk about him? Take a listen and listen closely to what Aaron Rodgers has said.
Gratitude, honestly. It's been the best 2 years of my life. And that's a perspective adjustment that happened, I think, at some point during the rehab process last year. But just the excitement, falling back in love with the game, getting to know these guys in here, getting to know the great men and women that work here. Obviously, on the field, it's been short of expectations, no doubt. But this game is more than just that. This game is about the relationships, about the things that really last longer than this, last longer than your health does, and last longer than your body being able to play. So I'm really thankful for the men and women I met here in New Jersey and the experiences I got to have with my teammates and enjoying the city, and obviously wish things would have gone better on the field, but nothing but gratitude for this time in my life.
Man, I just got back from New Jersey, and it's great, but it's not that great.
It's not that
great pizza, great Taylor ham sandwiches. It was great to see my parents, but it's not that great.
The question is, you hear this from Aaron Rodgers, does it make you understand him more or just roll your eyes at him more? Because when you talk about perspective, he said the injury gave him the ability to fall in love with the game all over when he, found himself not learning how to play again, but getting back on the field.
I mean, he said all the right things, but the best 2 years of his life? That's crazy.
I mean, more important than W's might be those relationships he talks about.
Which is true. Here, I wrote down notes because I was like, is this a joke? I wrote, I understand. I do. I understand everything he said, and it's beautiful. I understand. But I don't necessarily like it as a sports fan. As a sports fan, and I get it, you could separate your professional life to your personal life, but he's Aaron Rodgers, the football player. How in the world could he say these are the best 2 years of his life? That's hard to wrap your fat head around. I have a hard time believing that. I believe that's a great outlook for him to have. I just don't know if that's possible.
One of our pals, Gary V., the motivational dude on social media?
Of course I know Gary V. Is that a rhetorical question?
Yes, it is actually.
Oh, okay.
Gary Vaynerchuk. Gary Vaynerchuk.
Gary Vaynerchuk.
I mean, he talks about how in life he keeps it real, but when he's a sports fan, he realizes that when you're a fan, a fanatic, your mind allows you to think illogically. You root and care more than you should about certain things. That's part of being a fan. So as a fan, do you want to hear Aaron Rodgers say these are the 2 best years of his life?
No, as a fan, I don't.
We as fans have odd expectations of athletes and coaches. The guy that's on before is Doug Gottlieb's a coach. He posts a picture. He posts a picture on the holidays, and what do people say immediately? Yeah, stop with it. Get back to the gym.
It's true.
Protect your family. Should be working.
We all wear 2 different hats, right? Personal and professional. Actually, Cam Newton wears lots of hats, actually.
It says lots of things.
He has all sorts of mountie hats.
I mean, didn't he say baseball was going to take a backseat to the WNBA?
It's like he's operating a hot air balloon.
I think that guy's talking out of his ass.
We all wear different hats, but I find it impossible for this guy to have had this injury and to have played as bad as he's played and the team has been. How about that embarrassing last game? Holy mother of God. There's no way. There's no way you could say this is the best 2 years of your life.
No, give me a Goonies.
Holy. What does he say?
Holy Mary, Mother of God.
Oh, you know what? I just watched Twilight Zone, the movie. As you know, we had a Twilight Zone marathon the past few days. Yeah. And when the guy steps out to see the plane and the damage that the beast had done outside of the plane, and he goes, "Holy Toledo!" So I was a little confused there.
I've been to Toledo. Not really that holy.
Toledo. So, holy Toledo, you're going to tell me that he had the best 2 years of his life? Like I said, it's beautiful to find the silver lining in all of this. What does it mean? God, why have I suffered? And he says, I've made great relationships. I fell in love with it. These are all wonderful things. As a sports fan, I don't like it. Man to man, I get it. I understand. But as a sports fan, that's what we're doing here on Fox Sports. We're talking sports beat it. I don't want to hear that.
Yeah, beat
you think
it.
I want to hear Aaron Judge talk about how great his last year has been? Like, really, dude? You dropped the ball.
Do you see how someone synced up that if you started watching Game 5 at a certain point, Aaron Judge dropped the ball at midnight?
That's not fair.
And by the way, he announced he's having a baby. Hey, personally, I'm happy for him. But professionally, I want that to fire you up and drive you. Like,
Does that mean his tummy's going to start looking like Soto's?
Yes. No. You almost as a fan want a level of discontent from the athletes that aren't producing. You want to hear that they're having the grandest time ever.
You said it best. Roll back what you said 30 seconds ago. Man to man, I get it. As a sports fan, get the hell out of here.
That's it. Those are the two different hats we wear.
Athletes are people too,
But think about it professionally.
They're just like us.
Yeah, but dude, they're known. We watch Aaron Rodgers, the football player. We don't watch Aaron Rodgers, the man. Right? That's who we care
you did
about.
On what is that? Enigma?
Yeah.
That's Aaron Rodgers, the man.
But you know what? I agree, because there are times, like, I go back. Hey, we're coming up on the 5-year anniversary of COVID, right? That was a crappy year. We lost a gig.
We lost two. I lost 2 gigs.
Some people lost family members.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a lot of bad stuff. But you know what? Personally, for me, my wife and I had a baby that year. We bought a house that year. So when people are like, how was in my mind? I'm like, you know what? A lot went down. That was a pretty awesome year.
Psst, worst year ever.
But what I'm saying is, I get man to man versus what you want to hear are two different things. You want Aaron Rodgers to be like, man, you know what? I'm embarrassed. It's the worst years of my life. Sorry, Jets. Sorry, everyone. Sorry, fans.
Then you know what, Rich? Then if you really think these were the 2 best years of your life.
You heard him on McAfee. He has a
No,
girlfriend. He has a girlfriend, and he's happy.
I get it. Then you know what? But preface it with that. Then.
He doesn't live for
preface
you, though.
it. No, but preface it with that. Man, I didn't meet my expectations.
There you go.
I feel like
he said that in the clip.
Yeah, but I feel like you really got to emphasize that before you tell me how great your life has been. Seriously, as a fan,
He
just as a fan,
glazed over it.
Yeah.
If Aaron Rodgers found love,
he did. Yeah,
and he said, you know what? It really put football in perspective. He's on his ayahuasca journeys. If he's happy and healthy
that's how
in
people
life,
lose. That's how people lose their hunger, though, Rich. You need something to fight for. You need that chip on your shoulder, that anger. You need that extra motivation sometimes to compete, that extra edge. These dudes are hungry in the NFL. He's too content sitting back with his feet up. That's not who you want leading your team. So as a sports fan, it does rub me the wrong way a little bit. You want to at least have the illusion that whoever's leading that team is thinking about it all the time. Like Dan Campbell said, he thinks about that all the time.
some people lose that,
And and that's fine.
but gain happiness.
But you don't want that.